Morning Lagos, good morning Nigeria. Welcome to the Wednesday edition of The Conversation here on Lagos Television. I am Abimbola Bello.
It is indeed a sad day today, Wednesday.
Did you just say Saturday?
It is a sad day for me because yesterday when I heard the news of the increase in pump price, I actually shed a tear. It's a sad day for me. Good morning, I am Adebimpe Omotayo.
Well, I am Joy Olu. Welcome to The Conversation. We'll keep the hope alive.
You know, sometimes when we say we keep hope alive,
It's
looks
draining.
like sometimes it's dwindling. And
It's draining.
I was sharing with somebody this morning. I said it's becoming quite frustrating.
Yes.
Because yesterday I thought about, this fuel thing, and I looked at what I spend on a weekly basis buying fuel at 600 and something. And now that fuel is going to start, depending on where you're buying.
Yeah.
So there's a possibility that you could be buying as high as 8,000 naira.
Yes.
So 25,000 naira will give you just 25 liters of fuel. And one commutes daily from wherever. And then for those who would be coming via public transportation, I really don't know how this is going to pan out. And here we are again. A proposal of an increase in VAT.
In VAT, 10%.
10%.
Okay, so
All coming at the same time.
yes, it's I
And
don't
this
know.
increase is going to affect prices of everything.
Yes.
Everything now. We've been complaining about the price of food in the market, and now another increase. Abimbola, I don't know, what is it? What can we do? What should be done? I don't know. Now I'm clueless, really. I'm clueless.
I wonder why you asked me. Because I don't know why.
You're a woman. I'm a woman. She's a woman.
I'm glad.
Because this thing,
I'm so glad that the three of us are women.
Yes, because this
so
I think
feel
we
it.
are the ones that we are the
Yes.
ones that feel the brunt the more.
right. I totally understand. And it's coming at such a time that it's even more crucial because schools are resuming on Monday.
Yeah.
And for those who travel by the school bus, I know that many schools might have, you might have paid for your school bus, but there's a possibility that they'll come back to tell you that what you paid is not commensurate with our daily trips.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what's going to happen?
In fact, I was speaking with my son's school, and she was saying some others, because I was trying to negotiate. And she was saying, Madam, the price. I said, we too, we are buying it. She was saying some schools are withdrawing
Their school buses.
because they can't.
It will come to that. Because
So the
again,
pressure is back on the parents again.
it will come back to the parents. Because again, if you look at the routes that they go through after buying fuel, they go through all those routes, they come back. What they've bought might not be able to take them on the afternoon trip. So, I don't know. It's overwhelming. It's a difficult situation at the moment. And I don't think, this is a situation where you say cut your clothes according
At this
to your
point,
size
there's no
or according to
clothes.
the
There's no clothes to
yardage. Right now, can you even afford to buy the clothes?
Can you buy the clothes? Yeah.
So, all right, we just decided to rant a bit, just so you also know that we're part of the system. Sometimes you see all the glam, you see, it's light though, and powder. We go to the same market.
That means we'll even have to pay more for powder now.
The powder.
Maybe we'll start using white powder. Oh my God. Okay, enough of...
Let us just warn our viewers that, look, one day you just see us with our bare faces.
I'm sure they don't want to see our bare faces. I'm sure they don't want to. Let's just continue to manage, all the pancakes and all the radiance there. I'm sure you don't want to see our natural faces. All right, enough about us. Let's begin the show. Let's start with our news points for today. Some piece of good news coming from Lagos. So let's start with Lagos story.
All right. Mass transit. Lagos Blue Line records 2 million passengers in 1 year. This is according to Lamata Bus. The Lagos Rail Mass Transit Blue Line will today clock 1 year of high resilience and hitch-free passenger operations, moving about 2 million passengers in the process. The Blue Line infrastructure completion was commissioned by former President Muhammadu Buhari on the 23rd of January 2023. It went through a time of testing before passenger operations were flagged off by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu on the 4th of September 2023. The Blue Line, which is powered by electricity, is the first of its kind in the West African sub-region. Reflecting on the 1 year of Blue Line operations, the Managing Director, Lagos Metropolitan Area Transport Authority, Lamata engineer Mrs. Abimbola Akinaju, said the state government was thrilled with the safety trajectory of the rail line, saying we have been able to activate the vision of Mr. Governor for intermodal integrated transport, and on this momentous occasion, we reflect on the significant impact this transformative project has had on Lagos and its residents. The Blue Line connects residents from Marina to Mile 2, providing a reliable and efficient transportation option. Commuters, including white-collar workers, entrepreneurs, students, tourists, have embraced the rail system, which contributes to the growth of the economy. In August 2024, they increased the daily frequency of trips from 54 to 72, reducing travel time between Marina and Mile 2 from about 30 to 18 minutes. You remember that I also had my experience on the Blue Rail, and as at then, when I did it, it was about 25 minutes, and now it has been
It's now 18 minutes.
And that's a commendable one.
I mean, some kind of improvement coming from Lamata there. And as we speak, the Red Line has also started partial test run, you know, again, and that's why I said, you know, let's start with some piece of good news coming from Lagos. If you look at what that Blue Line has done to that axis, you'd agree that it has solved a whole lot of problem in that area, especially those who commute daily from Mile 2 to the island. It has taken a whole lot of stress off them, and the fact that, you know, from 30 minutes to 25 minutes now to 18 minutes, that's some kind of, with stable electricity, it just tells you that anything is possible. So congratulations.
I'm glad you mentioned electricity. You know, we ranted earlier on about about cost of transportation and everything. So at least we're sure this will not, the increase in price of fuel will not affect the Blue
Are
Line.
you sure?
Are we sure?
Like, okay, sure.
Okay. We know it uses electricity. We hope it doesn't.
Well, yeah, I'm sure that you do know that, of course, Lagos State generates power on the island to power that particular infrastructure. So let's hope that the electricity law, you know, that has given Lagos State the power to generate electricity will spur up that project, and it will make it more stable as we go on. All right, let's take our second story. Adebimpe, let's take your story.
I will continue with the ranting. Anger trails rise in pump price of petrol to 855 naira per litre. But federal government has said something. I'll get to that. Against the backdrop of a new increase in petrol price, marketers have adopted a wide range of price differentials nationwide, with petrol stations owned by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, among the highest pump prices. We learned that the latest upward adjustment has fixed the base price at 855 naira per litre. NNPCL retail stations, especially in Abuja, are selling at 997 naira, the second highest to some independent marketers selling at 1,018 naira. But outside Abuja and, of course, Lagos, some independent marketers were selling as high as 1,300 naira per litre. But there is a conflicting, you know, message from the NNPC. NNPC's Chief Communications Officer, Olufemi Shoneye, said he was not aware of any price increase. Kilo Shele.
No smoke without
What's
fire.
going on?
You know, sometimes it beats me the way we treat ourselves in this country. You'd hear one side will say this, and then the next minute there's a denial.
Come and debunk.
So even the Minister of State, Heineken Lokobiri, is also saying that they did not authorize NNPCL to sell above 1,000 naira. So how come there's a reflection?
Exactly,
On the
because
pump.
immediately that announcement was made.
So
everybody
who gave
reverted to the new price.
Who gave the filling stations the
The
go-ahead
go-ahead.
to increase or to put up the price change? So it just feels like sometimes, you know, those who play chess, it looks like that's how we're being treated in this country. You just toss us, you toss us back and forth, and then at some point we'll get an agreement and then we will stay. Because ordinarily, it's also beginning to look like this is a game plan all along. And that's why there is this artificial scarcity. So it means that there was a plan to increase the pump price of petrol. And the best way to have gone about it was to create this scarcity.
And you know, yesterday also marked the Dangote, you know, selling petrol.
Yes. And, you know, now Labour, Labour is saying that, you know, demanding an immediate reversal. And saying that they were tricked by the federal government to negotiate for the minimum wage.
You know, I said it,
on the
yesterday.
That there won't be an increment.
Yeah.
And so I guess this is where, now my personal opinion. Now I guess this is where the federal government is saying, we did not say that. So on whose authority is this happening?
It's not that the fuel station attendants will just
decided to increase it themselves
simultaneously across the country.
Okay. Oh. I mean, Nigeria never happened to us.
Amen.
Okay.
That's a big amen.
Okay. Let's take our final story this morning. FEC will determine price of our petrol, says Dangote. Aliko Dangote, chairman of Dangote Industries Limited, says the price of petrol from his refinery will be determined by the Federal Executive Council. Dangote spoke yesterday after a press conference in Lagos. The billionaire's response follows the official announcement of the commencement of petrol production. It says, and I quote, on pricing, it is an arrangement which is designed and approved by the Federal Executive Council, led by His Excellency President Bola Tinubu. As soon as it is finalized, which he, Tinubu, is pushing, once we're finished with NNPC, it can be today, it can be tomorrow, we are ready to roll into the market. End of quote. I'm just going to stop there because that's where basically the story is. So now Aliko Dangote is saying, we are ready to push out, but we will not fix the price of what we're going to sell to the marketers or what the pump price will be. So we'll have to wait on the FEC to come out to tell us. Perhaps maybe the Minister for Information will be the one to let us know at the end of the day. How soon, how far, we cannot say. But my question is
why
will this also now delay the rollout?
Rollout, yes.
Yeah, he can't
Why does he
roll out.
have to wait for the? Why does he have to wait for the FEC really to
It
determine
has to be
the price?
joined.
He will.
Sell.
He's the owner of this.
Well, they have
Product.
to. They have to negotiate. So he's going to be selling to the country via the NNPC.
Yeah.
So there should be some.
Okay. I guess we'll still have to wait more.
Let's wait. The story will keep.
It will come
unfolding. Yeah.
All right, let's head to X this morning to take a look at one of the stories trending on that platform. Today, we're taking a look at another very something again that I don't know how we're going to battle with this, but so yesterday, Mr. Taiwo Oyedele, chair of the tax committee, says they are proposing a VAT of 10% to Nigerians. And of course, as you know, as at now, the tax is 7.5%. So there will be an additional 2.5% added to value-added tax. And of course, if you read so many of the
They're
things,
squeezing us.
I'm speechless because I don't even know where to start from. We're still dealing with increase in pump price, and then there's a proposal
increase
now.
and non-availability.
Exactly. Okay, non-availability. We're also dealing with, contradicting stories about whether it was approved by the NNPCL or not, but by the federal government. We're still dealing with that. And then the issue of 10% VAT from 7.5%. Well, Abimbola,
I feel like they're squeezing us like this.
of course.
So, and then
I don't know what to say really.
We're talking about
with this. I don't know.
It's
I
a
really
whole
don't know.
lot for Nigerians to really take
All
in
at the same time.
at the moment, because we're battling with
lot.
too many things.
Too many things.
And now, we're going to confront this if it finally scales through. I would have thought that, some of these things could have been spaced out, even if they were needed. Yes, they might be able to justify this, but honestly, the way the country is at the moment, I really don't know how this.
Thinking it through.
I really do not understand how this is. At the moment, we're complaining of the shelf price of so many things, even biscuits. You're laughing. I'm in that boat, so I know. So, it's going to come onto this, and I really do not understand how this will pan out. But let's see in coming days how all of these things will play out. But honestly, it is a whole lot for Nigerians to deal with. All right, those are the news points we are taking on today, as well as a trending story. We'll quickly take a break. When we return, we will gloss over today's column before we bring in a guest for the first conversation. Welcome back to the program. It's still the conversation here on Lagos Television. Our column for today is taken from the Punch newspaper, and it is written by Lekon Shote. And he says the title is High Cost of Starving to Death. It's quite a long read, but I'm just going to paraphrase a bit. And Lekon Shote in this piece says, after delivering a devastating report on the cost of healthy diet of the average Nigerian, the National Bureau of Statistics added that average Nigerians will be spending 54.9% of their income on food in the next 6 months. Now, he says they can't even consider big budget items like automobiles, houses, and home appliances. In this piece, Lekon Shote went on to talk about how it is becoming pretty difficult to afford essentials, including food, medicine, transportation in Nigeria. And he says it looks like Nigerians have started looking for options, to take care of their health issues, because again, it put out-of-pocket expenses of an average family rose from between 35% and 40% in the last 1 year. If you take a read on this piece, Lekon Shote just went ahead to write about how it is for Nigerians looking like we're beginning to just find a means to exist rather than living. So it's one that you need to pick up to read about. I'm just going to quickly flip to the end of the piece where he said, it is better left to your imagination the level of production danger that starving and sick workers can put themselves, their companies and the national economy into as they fumble on the factory floors of Nigeria. That's the end of that piece. I don't know how much Nigerians can give in terms of productivity if they are hungry, they are angry and cannot afford basic medical essentials. It's a tough one for Nigerians at the moment, but like they say, we're very resilient people. But how much of resilience can we pull through? Only time will tell. We'll take another quick break. When we return, part 1 of a conversation will be on today. It's been over 1 year that federal ministers have been in office. I bet you do not even know some of these federal ministers or what they've done in the last 1 year. I guess to be here shortly, and we'll take a little review. Unfortunately, Ajibola is not here to take a swipe at his brother. He's the electricity minister. I guess Adebimpe will help him out. Since it looks like they both have the same love for this federal minister. That conversation is after the short break.